Hello and welcome to Barre. This is a mixture of ballet, Pilates and other fitness elements, and it's going to work best today if you are in socks or in bare feet, so you can really feel the use of the feet into the floor. And today, as you can see, we are moving on up. We are starting from the floor and then working up to standing. So we will be starting with some Pilates based exercises influenced by barre, and then moving up to our barre using whatever you have. I've got the back of a chair, you might have the edge of the table, the wall, the mantelpiece, whatever you've got that is suitable. And along with that, we will be using one small hand weight, not too heavy, just to add a bit of resistance for some of our work, and then one stretchy band optional as well for one of the exercises. So one of these ones that's a big long bit of band. You could use an old pair of leggings just to do the same job, and have that nearby you to start. But we will be starting in a supine position, so coming along with me, having a bit of a lay down into your floor space, dropping the body into the ground, and so we feel a heaviness through the back of the head, through the back of the ribs, back of the pelvis and the underside of the feet. We feel the body spreading out and down, lengthening in all directions, the arms resting heavy into the floor. We'll take a breath in through the nose, widen to the side and back of the ribs, exhale, breathing out through that little purse lip, again breathing in and exhaling away. Keeping the spine fairly still, we're going to open one knee and slide the foot away, and then rotate in and draw it back. So you've got a breath in as the leg goes away from you, and a breath out as it comes back again. Rotating in the hip socket and drawing back in. One more in this direction with the same leg, and then we're going to keep that same leg but the other way. So we inhale and rotate in to slide away, exhale to come back. Again, rotate in, rotate out. 2 to go. Releasing through the arms, through the shoulders, through the back of the head, nice and heavy into the floor. We are switching sides, keeping the same action. So we open the knee and slide away. We rotate in and draw it back. 3 more in this direction. Trying to match in movement and breath the whole way. The foot just released on the end. And as best we can, trying to keep that foot in contact with the floor so that we're not actively picking up the leg at this point. It's all just about this stirring motion up in the hip socket. You've got one more in this direction. And then we're going to replant the feet in line with the sit bones. Find that little mini contraction, that imprint in the center of the spine, and then releasing back into your neutral, one long S-shaped curve. It's an exhale for that little mini contraction and an inhale to release. You've got 2 more. Make sure the glutes aren't firing at this point. It's just the abdominals curling you in and inhaling to release you away. The next one's going to take you to a tabletop. So we exhale and we're going to float one leg into that right angle tabletop position, and we'll float the second one to meet it. Keep them there. We're going to take 2 arms up over the chest as we breathe in. As we exhale, they're going to keep reaching up and overhead in line with the shoulder socket. Inhale back to the sky. Exhale back down. Take that again. Breathing in on the way up. Breathing out on the way up and over. Inhale to the sky. You've got 2 more of these. Check that your glutes are now gently wrapping around underneath the pelvis. Check that your imprint, that little mini contraction in the middle, is staying nice and still so that you can breathe easily above it. And then this time let's open the arms to a T shape. I've got the music player here. Let me move that. There we go. And we're going to take a little rotation through the spine. You could keep the legs up, or you could place the legs down to rotate through the spine in one direction. Exhale, gently draw yourself back into the center. So if the feet are on the floor, you could do this with your neutral spine, feeling that spiral. Or you could be doing this from your imprint tabletop, rotating with the imprint still in play, and then rotating back again. Same to the other side. Trying to leave the chest open to the sky. You've got one more either side. Smoothly rolling across. Staying open across the arms and through the pectoral muscles. One more time. Nice and smooth. Coming back into the middle. We're going to drop the feet down. Drop them fairly close to the pelvis. Take the arms in by the sides of you. We'll take a little hip roll to reset our spine. So we have the squeeze of the glutes, the pressure down through the feet as we imprint the spine, as we roll the pelvis into the air, into that bridge position. Take a breath in and roll it down. Nice and smooth and slow. Take your time back through the imprint, back through to your neutral spine. Step the feet to a nice comfy distance away. Take the arms long by the sides of you. You're back into your neutral pelvis. It's aiming to be like a bowl of water, full to the brim and just nice and level, so not tipping upwards or downwards, just somewhere in the center, leveled off. If that creates a lot of tension in your lower back, just ease off slightly into somewhere you can sustain. And then we're going to leave the pelvis and the lower spine alone as we bring a bit of flexion, a bit of curve into the upper body, reaching the arms by the sides of you. We start with a little nod through the chin, lengthening through the back of the neck, just dropping the chin slightly towards the chest. As we exhale, we're flexing up in the top of the spine, reaching for the ankles. We breathe in to stay, and we breathe out smoothly to release back down. So you've got inhale to nod. You've got exhale to flex. You've got an inhale to stay. And an exhale to release down. You've got two more on the same pattern. Let's give it a little more music. Inhale to nod. Exhale to flex. Inhale to stay. Trying to be released through the hip flexors. You could always take the legs a bit further away to help with that. Inhale, stay. This time as you exhale, release down, take the hands behind the head, re-nod the chin. Let's take it again, but on an exhale and an inhale. So we're speeding up slightly now, but we're still taking that same upper body contraction, same sense of the TVA muscle wrapping around the waist, notching in towards the belly button. Two more to go. Last one like this, and then we're going to change it up again. So this one has a 4 breath pattern, but it's slightly different. We're going to add in an extension through the leg, as if we were doing a tendu in the air. So we're going to take ourselves into our nod of the chin. As we exhale, we're going to take one leg to a tabletop. Inhale, send it away, long tendu. Inhale, come back in. As you exhale, release down, and then reflex on the other side. Exhale. Inhale, send the leg away. Exhale, come back. Inhale, release down to the floor. You with me? Here we go. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Release. If that breath pattern is a little too fast, feel free to slow it down. You've got one more on either side to flex, to reach. Moving at your own pace. You can always hit pause and catch up with me on the next one, which is going to be a breaststroke prep. Releasing the hands from behind the head, rolling yourself over onto your front, and having that hand weight nearby, ready to use shortly. So we'll place the hands either side of the chest. We'll place the nose down towards the floor. We've got a lovely long spine here. We take a breath in. As we exhale, we're lengthening the spine forwards and up and away, peeling away just the top of the chest. Keep the gaze looking towards the front of the mat, and then exhaling down. You've got a breath in. It's like a high release when we're standing, or the top of your port de bras, that little bit of extension, that lift in the upper back. Engaging through the muscles between the shoulder blades and up and either side of them. Opening up and away, and down. You've got one more like this. Breathe it in. Reaching forward through the tops of the ears, release down, and then release the spine. Give the pelvis a little wiggle. Roll that hand weight towards you. Take hold of it. I'm just holding onto either side here with the fingers latching over. If you've got something slightly differently shaped, just adjust as you need to. And then you're going to put your forehead head down onto that hand weight. Now your head and your arms are going to hover together slightly. You're going to take a little tiny hover on an inhale and then a lower down on an exhale. So it's very small, much lower than the previous one. This is more about the upper and middle back, engaging with this weight and slowly down. You've got 2 more, breathing in. Legs extending back behind you, glutes wrapping around the pelvis as they would be if we were standing. And smoothly down, roll that weight back to where it was. Take the hands next to you. We're going to leave the knees to the floor as we press away. And stepping yourself in, take a little curve through the spine. A little wiggle around to either side. Gently unroll. We're going to be going in for our band. So taking your band and popping it around the balls of the feet. And sending the legs away. So just making sure you've got enough room here. We're holding on to the sides of the band. We're going to curl ourselves down into the floor. Lengthening the, need to move down a little bit. Lengthening the heels away from you and holding on to the band either side of you. So we're going to start with a little upper body flexion. We're going to breathe in to nod like the ab rep. We're going to breathe out and flex up. Put a little curl on the band. Breathe in to stay and smoothly down. Make sure that band is around the balls of the feet. Mine was a little high there. And flexing up. There we go. So we're pressing our flex feet into the band. Wide through the collarbones. And smoothly down. You might be sticking with that version, or you might be coming for a little roll up. So we're rolling smoothly, sequentially through the spine, curving up and over until we're looking down towards the legs. And then we're rolling back again. And you can see I'm trying to stay curved through the body the whole time. The band here to assist with the abdominal work by giving me a little bit of arm work instead. So you've got breathe in to nod, exhale to flex. We're sequentially rolling through. There's the imprint, pulling on the band as we curl up and over. Top of the head sending forward. Squeezing the glutes, rolling back. You've got 1 more. If you're happy enough without the band, you could always release that. Take the arms up and over for your last one. Breathing in to nod. Exhale, flex. Heels reaching away as you smoothly curve through, diving forwards into the swimming pool, and then rolling back, reversing, glutes wrapping as you tuck the tailbone under, slowly rolling down. And you know what? Our next one is a seated position, so we might as well do halfway again. Just rolling up to sit, however is comfortable, or coming with me through our roll-up exercise, and then gently releasing and coming around to a seated position. Grab hold of your hand weight once again. Pop that in front of you. Sitting comfortably, whether that is knees to the sky or legs crossed. We'll cross the hands on the chest. Inhale to rotate the spine. Exhale to smoothly come back. 1 more at that speed to either side. Inhale. Exhaling back, growing tall through the spine. We'll take the hands to the head a little faster. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale to return. Same thing, other way. Exhale to return. Try a 5th position. I've just taken my hands off the screen, but they are curved towards each other. You might be able to see it in the shadow. Opening away, pour de bras through the second. And let's take up our hand weight. We're going to take that, just hovering away a little bit in front of the chest. Same pace again. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale to come back again. Trying to leave the sit bones pinning down into the floor. Finding a little pelvic floor engagement, lifting up between the sit bones, curving around. And then release that weight for a second. Release through the shoulders, through the hands. We're going to take a mixture of our 5th position. So rather than straight up in line with the shoulder socket, you can sort of see it here in the shadow. It's a curve through the arm. Our 5th position curve. And then we're going to hold the hand weight in one hand. We're going to open it out to a second, and then we're going to come back again. So with the hand weight in my left hand, I'm going to turn towards my left. So 5th position, opening away to second, coming back to the top, past the weight across. And that's our pattern. We've got 2 more of those to either side. Length on 2 sides of the spine, opening away. And so you feel why you wouldn't want that weight to be too heavy, because then it's a lot of work in this long lever out to second. Last time it's reach, 2, 3, 4, and draw the weight back up and then bring it down. Release that into the floor, come around to one side of the mat. We are going to creep the sit bones towards the feet and roll slightly back off of them. We're taking a little ball shape. We'll touch the toes down onto the floor to start. Hands resting onto the shins. We're going to curve it back slightly in the back, and then we're going to curl in towards ourselves. That's kind of our prep. So we've got an inhale to roll back, and an exhale to come forward. 2 more. For this last one, you might want to try having the toes just slightly off the floor, opening away from the legs. And then the only thing we're going to change is that we're going to take the legs with us and roll like a ball. So we're going to curl to our shoulder blades and roll forward, take a little pause. Inhale, roll to shoulder blades. Exhale, little hover. 3 more. You're trying to roll down the center of the mat. Try not to let the head get pressed into the floor. If it just grazes the floor, that's fine. 1 more. Come back up. We're going to take a little half roll just to bring ourselves down to our imprint, tabletop, flexed up position. And we're going to extend one leg and then the other. And I'm going to shift up the mat a little bit. Here we go, so on the frame. There we go. Reaching away. Single leg stretch to our long diagonal that we saw in the ab prep exercise. Now you could add a little more challenge by rotating towards the leg that is bending towards you. You've got 3 more to either side, wrapping the glutes around underneath, obliques working hard from that previous spine twist exercise. That's our last one, and so we release the head and the shoulders down. Have a little supine shell for a second, have a little roll side to side. Maybe take the ankles for a little roll around in one direction and then back in the other direction. Take the same thing again, rolling open through the ankles, nice and easy through the knees, back the other way. We are going to be coming around to a quadruped position, shifting yourself in a manner that is comfortable. Coming around onto our hands and our knees. Oh, we're in the middle of the screen there. And so the feet for now just relaxed at the back. And we find our long neutral spine. Have a little softness in the elbows as you shift the weight gently forwards and back. And we're thinking about sit bones pulling back, top of the head pulling forwards. TVA wrapping around the waist. That's that corset of muscle that sits underneath the ribs, down towards the pelvis. Come to the middle, shift side to side. And so we are finding the muscles around each shoulder blade, individually doing a little bit more work. Supporting the body, and then coming back into the center. Let's tuck the toes at the back. We'll take a breath in. We'll take an exhale. We'll press the hands and feet down. Inhale to stay. Exhale to drop the knees down. Take it again. Breathing in. Exhale. Inhale, stay. And exhale down. You've got 2 more of those. Trying to keep the shoulders forwards over the hands. Last time, trying to keep the belly button gently drawing back towards the spine. And then breathing in. Exhale, release. Take a second, shake it off through the shoulders, through the arms. We're coming back in. We've got untouched toes, an extension of one hand and foot. They're slowly going to come back in. We're going to change sides. So this first version, the hands and the foot staying on the floor and coming back in again. Staying on the floor, long line, and coming back in. Once more each side. Reach away on the floor. Smoothly back in. Last one. Before we take that a little further, it reaches away into the air and comes down again. So you've got almost a parallel arabesque line at the back and one long arm reach at the front. Down we come, once more on either side, reach away. and smoothly down. Final time. And smoothly down. Replace the hands. I'm going to pause the music there for a second. As we tuck the toes, we walk the hands back towards the feet. We find a little crouch position, and we are going to gently unroll through the spine. Take your time up to a standing place. Gently unrolling yourself, restacking through the spine, and then stepping up to your bar, whatever you have for a bar, back of a chair, edge of a table, the wall, the mantelpiece, and stepping yourself into a rotated second position. If you need to take a moment just to shift through the heels to bring yourself into that rotation, and then finding a place where the knee is in line with the center of the foot. We've got the sit bones dropping down towards the floor, the TVA wrapping around our neutral pelvis, neutral spine, and that length up and out through the top of the head. Let's just take one breaststroke here to reset. We'll take a breath in. As we exhale, reaching the arms up towards the sky. Inhale, keeping that length in two sides of the body. As you open up through the top of the chest, wrap the glutes to help stabilize. Exhale to curve up and over the legs. And then unrolling through the spine, restacking. Let's take ourselves into a plie exercise. Here we go. Stepping the feet into that second position. We'll just drop the pelvis down and raise it up. So we're lengthened on two sides of the body. We're tracking that alignment through the knee, through the center of the foot, every time we bend the legs. We're going to add a lunge. We're down. We rotate, come back, and lengthen. So I'm lunging by lifting the back heel and swiveling the back leg. We're down, rotate, come back, and press. We're going to add one thing on again, and that's going to be a retire action. So we drop down, rotate, lift the knee, come back again, return and lengthen. Same on the other side. Come down, lift the knee. So we're lengthening that underneath leg. Think about pressing down through that supporting heel here to come back. Return once more, and then we'll add on again. Coming up. We're going to add on some tendus with the opposite foot. So we're down, we turn, we're up, replace, go forward, go side, go back, go side, replace, come down. So we've got 4 little tendus to add on. We come round, we lift, replace. It's fun. Side, back, and side. Lift the leg again, put it down. We'll do that one more time on either side, and here we go. It's down. Rotate and lift and tendu to the side, to the back, to the side, to lift. Drop it down. Rotate one more time. We're back again and round and up. Change feet forward, side, long on two sides of the body. Return to the retire. Come back. We're just going to take some rises on 2 feet. So nice and slow, 2, 3, 4, going up to 8, and then it's down, 8, 7, 6, all the way, up on 8 again. Really smooth, doesn't have to be high, but it does have to have engagement through the glutes and the top of the leg. On 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 4, 3, 2, 1, up again. We'll take it into 2s, up for 2, down for 2, up for 2. I'm going to make this one our last one. And then creep, toes and heels back in. Little squeeze down into that parallel plie, stretching out through the calves, through the back of the heel. And then we will take ourselves into a little leg swing to finish off. So we are now fully standing. We're going to be standing on one leg, as the other one does a tendu, does a glissé, does a jeté, which is 45 degrees, does an attitude, which is a bent leg, and then does, if it feels comfortable to do so, a grand battement, which I'm going to go for 45 at the back to not kick the table, but I'm going for around 90 at the front. So the tendu, toes stay on the floor at both sides. The glissé just comes off the floor. The jeté a little higher, maybe in line, with the knee. The attitude has the bent leg, the softening, and then the extension down and the softening. And then we have our 90 degrees optional. can be lower, can be higher, as long as you are staying lengthened in the torso and not sacrificing posture for height of leg. Never that way around. Right, let's give this a go. With our outside leg, one hand on the bar, pointing to the back we go, front and down. We've got 4 of these, I didn't say that. 4 of each thing, to the front and the back. We take it to glisse, just off the floor. Squeezing the glute here at the back to extend the leg back. TVA wrapping as the leg starts to get a little higher. Still wrapping as we find our attitude. Making sure that we have enough space around us. I'm not convinced. And then we take it to our battement. We're going to angle it slightly. This is our 4th one. And so we take it to the side. We take a little plie in the center. And we rotate ourselves around. And here we go again, tendu for 4. And down into the floor. Rushing through that first position every time. Take it through the glisse, just slightly away from the floor. Heels driving down. Take it to the jeté, TVA, making sure the pelvis isn't swinging as best we can, trying to keep it stable, bending through the knee. Really feeling that rotation through the leg. Final set. Battement is optional. You could stick with another set of attitude if you prefer. It's your last one. And so we tendu. We take a little plie. Let's stay in the middle, have a little wiggle around here for a second. Take it up. Take the left arm high. Take a side bend. Reach it up and away. Plie back in the center. Same on the other side. Plie into a side bend and up again. You've got one more either side, up and over. Take it up. Take it down. Final time, reaching up. Over to the side. This time as we come back around, we are going to shift our weight and we're going to drop the back heel down. So we get a bit of a calf stretch on that back leg. So it's a long line from the heel through the pelvis, through the chest, and up and out through the top of the head. Breathing in. And then we're going to shift by lifting that heel, bending that knee, coming back through our plie, same on the other side, lengthening the heel down into the floor, little calf stretch. Long spine. We're going to lift the heel again, bend the back knee, but we're going to transfer onto that leg. Take this foot to the ankle, take the ankle towards, take the heel towards the glute. And I'm thinking 2 knees trying to be close together. They don't have to completely touch, but if you take it out here, you might not feel that stretch. So we're thinking about wrapping the glute around the pelvis. Take that foot down, gently switch sides. Other side. Long spine. We're going to step gently away from our bar. Make sure you've got a little bit of space around you as we just take one roll down into the floor. So breathing in as we roll down. Walk the hands away. A little brief downward dog pike moment. Dropping the heels into the floor. Lengthen spine. Breathe in. And then again, bending the knees, stepping the hands back to the feet and unrolling back up to standing. And we have moved on up. We are done there.